You said in the book that there should be no billionaires.
Yes.
No one should be a billionaire.
Yes.
If they pay their taxes and they are successful, what's wrong with that?
Well, if you had a tax structure that was fair, they would not be billionaires. Look, here's what's wrong with it. What's wrong with it is if you work hard, you're into money, you make a successful business, should you be rich? Fine. But really, I think
But there should be a cap. Where do you put the cap?
Well, I just said, for a start, they should not be billionaires. So the cap
But you
would
could
be...
have 500 million or 200 million?
I'm not writing tax reform here, but I do think that it's insane and absurd that you got people with hundreds of billions of dollars, tens of billions of dollars. I think that is... The system cannot afford them. We can't afford them. We got 500,000 people in America who are homeless. We got 85 million people who can't afford health insurance. And that so few control so much of the wealth is, to me, economically and morally wrong. And I don't think we have to spend our lives worrying about the well-being.
But then it's capitalism that's not working. Then you're saying, I don't believe in capitalism.
No,
if you
saying,
believe in making money...
No, I didn't say that. You want to make money, make money. But
you're
really,
gonna
should 3 people own more wealth than the bottom half of American society? Do you think that's appropriate? Now, you may say, well, what's the line? All right, my line is they should not be billionaires. You're worth a few $100 million.
But I'm trying to ask you, what is the line?
Well, I'm just saying, you want to make, if there should not be billionaires, then less than that. I think you can probably get by if, you're a successful businessman, you made a few $100 million. Think you can get by? Think you can house your family, feed your family? I think you probably can. But this culture that says it's okay, that I can do anything I want, I could step on anybody, I could destroy the environment, so that I can have tens of billions of dollars, really? I don't think that's a good idea.
The class consciousness in America is so bad that producers feel invincible. Because in what other world do you make 400 times the salary of the people that are striking for better wages, and your response is to chop all the tops of the trees off in front of your building so that those striking workers have to stand in the sun? You do not need to be an expert in landscaping to see that this is not the appropriate response to anything. Between this and anonymous producers saying that the plan is to just wait until the writers are so poor that they have to come back to the table and accept a terrible deal is just disgusting. It really shows you how little these people care about the folks making them their millions and millions of dollars. The longer I look at this image, the longer I look at these trees that were just absolutely destroyed to hurt a couple of people who are asking for fair wages for the millions and billions that they're producing for these studios. People who are just asking not to be replaced with AI because it's cheaper for the people who already make an obscene amount of money. These studios refuse to even negotiate about paying them their already too little amount of money on time. They literally rejected it as a part of the offer. That we can't be bothered to pay actors on time. It makes me so unreasonably angry. So unreasonably angry. Look at this. Look at it. You think they paid the guy that decimated these trees a fair wage? If seeing stuff like this and hearing about what is being denied by these studios doesn't set your blood on fire, I don't know what's wrong with you. Stop siding with people who look down and spit on you. Look, I understand that the education system has failed you, and that since Ronald Reagan hated unions so much that it just infiltrated the American psyche. But the only reason we have a weekend or a 40-hour work week or any of the benefits that you enjoy, like not having to work in a factory next to a child, although that is changing in a lot of places in America. All of those things happened because workers came together, collected their power, and demanded them. You should be paying very close attention to what the entertainment workers are doing and what UPS is planning to do next week, because it is going to affect the rest of America. Unless you have $1 billion in your bank account, you should be on their side. And if you do have $1 billion, you don't, because those sort of people don't interact with the poors. Burn this into your mind. This is what they think of us. Don't let them win.
What is something that you can't get your head around?
Poor people who believe that immigration is the root cause of their poverty. Like, how did rich people, the people with all the money, convince you that the reason you don't have any of the money is because of some other poor people who also don't have any of the money? You don't think that maybe The people with all the money is the reason you don't have any of the money? And I understand you're frustrated because, well, those other poor people are willing to work for less money, but who is it that pays those other poor people less money? It's the people with all the money, right? Now those people, the people with all the money, they've actually more than doubled their net worth in the past 4 years or so during a cost of living crisis. The other poor people, they're still poor people. They're not benefiting all that much from how things are currently going. So it should occur to all of us that if these people would stop maliciously profit gouging and instead pay their employees a proper amount of money, well, then there'd be more people in the economy with purchasing power, so there'd be more money circulating in the economy, and then it would be a lot easier for you to think of new and interesting ways to make yourself some more money. You see what I'm saying?
Quick hot take on billionaires. They are crazy texters. They will only text. Like I call them, hey, do you want to talk about the deal? Do you want to discuss the offer? Do you want to talk about the process, the strategy? Nope, they text. They text. I'm doing a $60 million deal right now. I showed the place for 4 minutes, 4.5 minutes. And then afterwards, I called, hey, do you want to talk about it? Didn't pick up the phone, text me right away, said, I like it, what do you think we should offer? Text him back, give him the comps, after, okay, offer 60, all cash, close, sign ASAP. All right, do you want me to move forward with that right now and I'll just submit it? Do you want to talk any further? And he doesn't even text me back. Does he? He holds down the text and clicks the heart. Not even emoji, I don't even know what that is. Like the eye, okay, great. I will submit that offer. It's wild to me that someone's spending $60 million. They do not value the time of a phone call or anyone else's time more than what they can do over a text message. And that is a super interesting thing to take away. Now, texting is super impersonal, but if it gets the job done, it gets the job done. And what is your time worth? For a billionaire, I think Jeff Bezos makes $2,500 a second. A second. So every phone call about something that he's probably going to do anyway, right? That's expensive. That's him investing that time in that call. So if he knows he wants to buy a place, and I'm not saying my client's Jeff Bezos, so don't blow me up. But if he knows he wants to buy a place and he knows what he wants to spend, get it done or not get it done, I just do it over text.